So the next question that I have to answer, I forgot to answer Alberto's question about if we could play an instrument other than our own, what would it be? And I have to steal Morris because I would also think it would be awesome to play the drums. I've also said I think I was a drummer, or I've always said I feel like I was a drummer in another life, and I feel like it's my calling, kind of. Not really, it's kind of a joke, but I do think it would be really cool. Like Morris said, there aren't a lot of it is like there aren't really a lot of stereotypically not a lot of female drummers, in bands. Um, but I think that would be really cool. I think it would. I think it would be very difficult. But a lot of this and the rhythms that they do sometimes I'm like I don't know how you do that. And keeping time. I mean, especially I think everyone has moderate time, but like I can't you can't deny that when you're performing and you have so much adrenaline, like it gets harder to keep time, and that's like the drummer's job. And drummers get nervous too. Drummers have adrenaline, but they have to keep that time so steady. And I think that would be so hard. Um, Another thing I really want to learn to do, like alongside with drumming, is beatboxing. Um, it's not really an instrument, but it's kind of a percussive technique, I guess. And it's the same thing, beatboxing is basically making drum sounds with your mouth, and that also they are in charge of keeping the singers in the like choir, like an acapella group in time. And from my own personal experience, it when you are nervous and you have a lot of adrenaline, things rush, and you want to rush, and the beatboxer is in charge of staying on time. And when you feel yourself rushing, you turn to the beatboxer, and I think that's so cool. Um, and I mean, that's awesome. You're a drum with your mouth, and even drumming, like it's just so cool. Like a song, it adds the difference between a song without percussion and with percussion is so uh, definitive. There's such a clear cut difference. And I don't know. I just think that it's really cool. And then I'm going to answer another question. It is Rachel's question about what are some music education techniques that you have learned from your teachers. I think there's a lot of basics in music teaching, but a technique that's not really like a cookie cutter one. I like what Maura said about positivity too, um, but also I think what my music teacher had a really good way of doing was um, balancing the positivity, the criticism, the constructive criticism, the fun, the talking per se, and the seriousness, the homework, everything was just really well balanced. There was never too much of anything. I never felt stressed about anything. I never felt like it was a joke either, though. But it was still, felt like I could talk to my music teacher about anything because we have this connection in music that, not everybody has. Not everybody is connected to music the way a lot of people are.